Go ahead.
Could you imagine living in poverty, not being able to have a shelter to live in, or not knowing when your next meal would be, or not knowing when you would be able to feed your next kid, or your kid, or when, or if you would even be able to? I've done quite a bit of research, and these problems are problems facing people in Nebraska. I would like to give you guys ways in which we can help stop homelessness and hunger in Nebraska. First, we'll look at how these things are a problem in Nebraska, how we can get involved, and the impact we can have on people. So, first off, is poverty actually a problem in Nebraska? Well, the answer is yes. We'll look at homelessness and hunger, for example. First off, homelessness. According to Fred Knapp, a reporter for Nebraska's PBS and NPR stations, in his article titled "Nebraska Grappling with Problems of Homelessness from Streets to State Capitol," written on February 2nd, 2016, homelessness is not just a problem in Nebraska cities. Statewide, over 100,000 people are homeless, half of those in Omaha, a quarter in Lincoln, and then the rest of the homelessness is spread out throughout the state. This number doesn't even account for the people who are in shelters, churches, or getting help in other ways. Also, according to the Star-Herald, in an article titled "Nebraska Housing Advocates Fear Continues Evictions Could Increase Homelessness Disease," written by Reese Riston, Aaron Grace, Aaron Duffy, on March 23rd, 2020, evictions are going up, meaning because of the COVID-19 virus, meaning that homelessness is going to increase. These evictions have been put off through April, but when May hits, if people aren't working again, homelessness is going to increase. Now we'll look at hunger. According to Suxland's news channel, in an article titled "As Many as 100,000 More Nebraskans Will Struggle with Hunger Over the Next 6 Months," officials say, written by Dean Welte and published on April 13th of 2020, says as COVID-19 related layoffs continue, the number of Nebraskans who don't know where their next meal will come from will also grow. The head of the food bank in Lincoln says that 100,000 more people won't know where their food's going to come from and will start, not getting food for the next 6 months, and that's a 45% increase than what it has been. Then with the grocery stores not getting food due to the COVID-19 virus, the food that the food bank would normally get is now 4 to 6 weeks later. The head of the food bank says that 223,000 Nebraskans are food insecure, which means that 223,000 Nebraskans don't know when their next meal will occur. Now looking at how we can partner up to help these problems in Nebraska. According to the Lisa from the Salvation Army, she's the sergeant there, she says that simple donations can go a long ways, whether it's like a toothbrush, toilet paper, just the simple things. Salvation Army can't help people without our donations. So just simple donations that we can donate can go a very long ways. And then for helping the hungry, according to Fox 42 in an article titled "Local Nonprofits Work Together to Fight Hunger During Pandemic," written by Sydney Holzfaster, published on April 20th, 2020, volunteers in Omaha stepped up to help these food insecure families. These volunteers from the Salvation Army Food Band for the Heartland and Saving Grace will continue to fight food insecurity through Food Bank's mobile backpack program. Western Divisional Commander Major Greg Thompson said that volunteers will distribute approximately 26,000 meals to 2,600 kids each week. Due to the coronavirus, it has to be done through a drive-thru. The adults will tell them how many kids they have, and then they'll put the food packages in the back of their trunks. These meal bags include 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, and a milk. Now, what we could achieve by helping out? Well, if we do act against homelessness and hunger, according to the Lincoln Journal-Star in an article titled "A Significant Drop Homelessness in Lincoln Cut in Half Since 2012, written by Peter Salter, published on May 13th, 2018, volunteers for the Lincoln Homelessness Coalition found 451 homeless people, down 25% from 2017, and less than half from 2012. And volunteers only found 45 out on the streets, which was down 5 from 2017, but 64% fewer than 2012 when they found 125 unsheltered on the streets in Lincoln. The rest were in a shelter or being helped. Ones we can donate to. That's why this is such a big deal. we as high schoolers can actually donate to these different causes and help them. Then, according to Melville Charitable Trust, in an article titled Reaching Home, published in 2016, Connecticut was the first state in the nation to end homelessness for veterans. Now, this was on track because people are actually donating, and that's what we can help with. If we want to end homelessness and hunger, then we can just give, and just giving a little bit can go a long ways in the long run. Hunger, like what Sydney Holzfaster wrote, having 26,000 meals go out to 2,600 kids each week. Obviously, this is a group thing, but just us giving food, well, it can go a long ways, and we can help a lot of people in the end. If we want to make a difference for the hungry and homeless in Nebraska and to help the society, we can give to local nonprofits or help them in any way we can. By giving even in the simplest way with a small donation, it could put a smile on someone's face. The little things can go a long way. If everyone just gave a little bit, that could add up to be a lot in the end. Without our help, though, I do know one thing. Nothing's going to change.